there, fellow marketers. Professor Walters here, and today we're here in Aruba, one happy island. Oh, it's a wonderful place. And the thing is, Aruba has a sustainable competitive advantage over other places, and that is they are south of the hurricane belt. So when people want to think about going on vacation in November or October, coming here to Aruba is probably a better bet to not worry about hurricanes than if you're going to other parts of the Caribbean. And that got me thinking about, what is a sustainable competitive advantage? And you probably should know what it is. What a sustainable competitive advantage is. Well, first off, a competitive advantage is something that a company does better than their competition. They have an advantage over their competition. The thing is our competition can copy things really easily, right? So we got to figure out a sustainable competitive advantage, one that we can keep going for a longer period of time, okay? And so we kind of want to develop these things. And when we look at it, there's a lot of different sustainable competitive advantages out there. The four main ones that I'm going to talk about, and actually we have a video for each one of these four. One, you have what's called operational excellence. This is where you have like better management team, or if you're a sports franchise, you have good scouts that can find really good players that no one else is looking for, things like that. They're just running their company better. That can give you a sustainable competitive advantage over your competition. Because if you have bad management, your company's going to go under, okay? Another thing you look at is what we call product excellence. If you make better products, if you have better services, people are more likely to buy your stuff, right? That's going to give you an advantage. The thing is though, whether it's services or products, a lot of times we can copy those things, right? They can backward integrate or, kind of innovate your product or try to make your secret sauce again, something like that. I mean, think about it. How many restaurants have their own version of the Big Mac? You got to think about these things, right? And then of course you have what's called location excellence, which you have here, which I described before. Is if you have that spot that everyone else wants to be or that your competition can't be in, that can give you a sustainable competitive advantage. I mean, that's what Starbucks does. They buy all those street corners and all those little spots because then their competition can't move in there. And then you have customer excellence. And that's when you treat your customers better. You develop that relationship with them. They're going to go back. I mean, there's a reason why you go back to your favorite bar, your favorite restaurant. Yes, the food is good, but it's the service and the relationship you have there that really binds you together. And the thing is, you really need to watch the videos where I go through each one of these different sustainable competitive advantages. They give you a more robust kind of feel of what they are. We actually have another video that goes through other kind of sustainable competitive advantages you might see out there. Because the thing you have to realize is, yes, these sustainable competitive advantages are things you're trying to keep for the long term, but you have to continually monitor them. Make sure we're still keeping up. Is that still a competitive advantage? If you think of a company like Nokia, back in the day, Nokia was the mobile phone company. Now no one has Nokia phones, right? And you look at it and you say, wait, what was there? Well, their sustainable competitive advantage then was they made phones for everybody, which is great. But then what happened? The market changed. Apple came out with the iPhone, all these smartphones started coming out. So being able to switch the cover of your phone no longer became important, one of their advantages, right? Also, having different phones for everybody started using the same phone. And therefore, that sustainable competitive advantage disappeared. So you always need to be monitoring things and realize they don't last forever. They last for a long time. Nokia did very well for a long time, but you gotta keep monitoring it, okay? Because in the end, what we have these sustainable competitive advantages for is to help develop some really long-term financial stability so we can plan things out and plan in our budgets longer in the future because we have an idea of how much money we're gonna be bringing in and we're not worried that new competition is gonna come in right away and take everything. So I hope this helps you have a rough idea of what sustainable competitive advantages are. Please do watch our videos on location excellence, customer excellence, product excellence, and operational excellence so you can have a better idea of what these really in-depth kind of ones are. Also check out that video about some of the other ones you see out there, like explaining Coke's brand and stuff like that to help you out. Anyway, I wish you all the best, and bye from here in Aruba. I'm gonna go enjoy some of their sustainable competitive advantage. Bye.